It has been 6 months since I've played NBA 2K25 and my builds are still good. As you can see here, all of my builds that I have here from my career, these are my builds right here. These are 4 different builds, all center positions or big man positions, whatever you want to call it, because some of them's a power forward. And if you look at the dates, they're all created when the game came out, all in September. This one I've been using, I created this when the game came out. This says September 5th. My other build right here, September 4th. This one, September 25th. This is the most recent build that I made, and this was 6 months ago, like I said. After using each one of these builds, but I mostly use these first 2 right here. These are my main 2. These are what I mainly use. But after using these builds, this just proves the fact that you literally do not have to continue to constantly create all these different builds as the seasons go on. These YouTubers are lying to you. I know I have build videos on my page, a lot of them from this year, last year, the year before, since I started doing videos. Trust me, you do not need to continue to make a new build. Just because a new patch came out or a new season came out, you do not need to throw away your old build and make a new build. That's just wasting your money. So I went into the rec and I got proof of me using this build right here, my Paint Beast build, which is also a shooting big, to prove to you guys that you can still use your old builds. They're not done for. Now, to show you how outdated this build is, I'm going to show you the attributes. Okay, before we get into this rec game, these are how old this build is. I know you're probably going to see some of these attributes and think, why does he have this or why doesn't he have that? I haven't played the game in months, so I don't know what's meta. I don't know what's the meta or what you supposed to have or not supposed to, because I haven't played the game. I haven't been in tune with the community, which I will be getting back into moving forward. But this has 92 close shot, works fine for me. 86 post control, works fine for me. It's 90 standard dunk, works fine for me. The shooting, I've never been a good shooter, but in the few 4 or 5 games I've played since I've gotten back on this game, the shooting seemed fine to me. Honestly, it's not that bad. The passing, 75 accuracy. If I'm not mistaken, I think people are still saying you must have an 84 plus or something like that. Wrong, you do not need that. And my rec gameplay will show you do not need to have that high of a pass. Interior defense, I still got it at an 88. I don't know if people go higher or lower. Y'all gotta let me know what is the new trend, because at the end of the day, this is all trends that is all around YouTube and Twitch when it comes to these builds. Me, I keep it a buck. I'll be honest, there's no such thing as a best build. I've been saying it. If you have been on my channel before, I've been saying there's no such thing as a best build. It's not about the build, it's about the player. If the player knows how to play, you can outplay someone with a build that's quote unquote better, even though it's not really no better build, because each build has its pros and cons. Each build has its strengths and weaknesses. It all comes down to you as a player. You feel me? My offensive rebounds is 75, and I know people probably see that and they think that's trash. I get offensive rebounds. Now look, I ain't talking about competitive now. We ain't talking about competitive pro-am or nothing like that. We talking about regular casual play. This is for casual play. I'm not saying use this for competitive pro-am or competitive proving grounds. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying in a general sense, your old builds can work really good. So that's enough yapping from me. I'm just trying to prove a point here. Before I get into this gameplay though, make sure you hit that like button, leave a sub if you aren't subbed. If you already subbed to me and you've been waiting on me to drop videos, turn that post notice on if you don't got it on, because I'm about to be dropping vids and streams on this channel once again. You feel me? I appreciate you. Let's get into this content. Let's get into this footage real quick. As you can see here, we got another center who is 7 foot. He averaging kind of similar stats as me, you know, about 10 points, about 17 boards. And I'm gonna keep it a buck. Before I get into this footage, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm not saying make this build. This build is absolute garbage. I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. This build is not good. I'm just gonna show y'all a quick little game. Look at me making a dumb mistake. This is like my 4th game back. I haven't played in months. Listen, give me a break. I don't know why I shot that. But I'm not gonna give y'all one of my spectacular, you know, outlier games where I went absolute dumb. This is like an average game, like a regular double-double. I'm gonna show y'all little mistakes to show y'all I'm human too. I'm not invincible. Like, look at me fucking this shot up, boing. Like, listen, like, I miss shots too. I miss a lot of shots, to be honest. I mean, I make shots and I miss shots. You know, I'm gonna show y'all low lights just like I showed the highlights, but I'm just proving a point here. The point is, even if you got an old build, If you don't got the money to make a new build, look at that outlet pass though. Look at that outlet pass. It may not be Speedy Gonzalez, 99 pass accuracy speed, but it's fast enough. Look at me closing out. He thought he had an open shot. Now, he did get a couple of threes. He did get a couple of threes. I'm not going to sit here and act like he didn't. I'm not going to fake. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be all the way transparent. You feel me? But outside of me, you know, making stupid mistakes, I can set, as you can see, I got that guy wide open. He missed the shot. But I can set good screens. I get people caught up on the screens. The passing, like I said, is not 99 speed, but it's fast enough if you make the right passes. You feel me? Look at me getting that board over 2 people. I probably shouldn't have got that, but we got it. You can definitely shoot on this build. I'm just a terrible shooter in general. But when I'm feeling it and I'm locked in, all the way focused, like I am right here on this shot, you know what I'm saying? I can hit that bit. Wide open midi, wide open 3. That was a midi, watch the 3.
Give me the green light.
It is what it is. Like, you don't have to have whatever people say you need to. You can have a trash build and you can still get the job done. All right, you're not going to be able to, you're not going to be on the court basically not able to do anything just because it's not the best of the best build. Like, this build right here, I'm not saying it's the best or one of the best. I don't think there is the best. But if you want to learn, if you want to be able to shoot, you can shoot on this build. You want to get blocks, you can get blocks. You want to get stops like that right there, you can get stops. You want to make outlet passes without throwing the ball out of bounds? I never throw the ball out of bounds. And my pass accuracy on this build is a 75, you feel me? I didn't get that rebound right there, but I did get the contest right there. That is with the interior and the block that I got. I don't know if that interior is higher than the normal. Nowadays, I heard it's about, like the norm is about 84-ish or something like that. Or 81 or something like that. I'm not sure. And like the block average like norm that I've seen recently. I don't know how I didn't get that steal.
Give me that.
But you got to be honest. That is a crazy block. Come on now. I had to clip that. You see, I had to clip that. That was a nice block. You can't lie. But yeah, like I said, I'm not going to show y'all one of my best games. I just picked a random gameplay. This was like my 4th game back on. I was like, oh nah, I can't miss no more threes. Let me hit this one. Let me make sure I'm focused. Because when I'm on stream, I miss a lot more on stream. And it's because I've been yapping and not really talking like that. But yeah, these build videos that people be posting, I need to stay on topic. Let me stay on topic. These build videos y'all see on YouTube, take it with a grain of salt. Yes, they're good builds. I'm not saying they're bad builds. But there is no best build. Y'all gotta stop getting fooled by these YouTubers saying you need to have this, you need to have that. You do not. You need to make what's best for you and your skill level and the role you play, okay? You need to make what's best for the role and skill level you got personally, not just because someone else is saying it. I've been saying this for like 3 years now, since 2K23 when I started making videos on this channel with my center tips and tricks video. One of my biggest tips and tricks to always go with what caters to you. Stop doing what people are telling you to do and then you're wasting your money. A lot of people, they make a build off of it and they be like, this build not doing what you said it was going to do, because it's not the build for you, or you're not able to do what they could do with that build. That's just not for you, you know? Like this build right here, I'm pretty sure if anybody with, look at that mistake right there, but I got the block though, you feel me? I made the mistake, but I made up for it. Look at me trolling at the end of the game. The game is over. We won. I'm just messing around. I'm really just trying to focus on having fun with this game. That's the only way I'll be able to make content with this and like stream and make videos. It's if I'm just focused on having fun and not focused on none of the other BS that comes with 2K or the community itself. You feel me? But I probably will be still posting build videos here and there. If I find out a new build that I want to try out for myself, I'm going to share it with y'all. I'm not going to be selfish. I'm not going to be stingy. I'm probably still going to post build videos. But the whole point that I'm trying to make, like I said, is stop falling for what these YouTubers are saying. They are not your buddies. They just making their content, you feel me? But that's it for this video. Hit that like button. Leave a sub if you haven't already. Leave a comment. If you got anything to say, I read all my comments. I'll read your comment. I appreciate you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.